Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the divisional round playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Oh, he's going to take a shot, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first. Down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And he's got Will Tye complete. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Maybe. Go. 20. 54.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
What we got?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 41 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to...
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Goff throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff on the draw play to Henderson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them.
Get ready. Hey, we're going to line. 180. Hey, kill.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The throw over the middle taken in. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Goff now to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. It's caught left side by Cooks. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Goff now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Goff throwing again toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Goff now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. To throw is gone. Right side complete. That's Woods. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Goff. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. To the air again, Goff. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A dozen plays on that drive.
Like 20, 2 for 1, 2 for 1.
On first down, it's gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
20.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their...
Cut. 180. 56. I got one.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coach, there you have it. On first down, gone. And that's complete to Cooks. That's good for 28 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Goff. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Henderson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henderson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
Goff's pass complete to Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, Rams.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Zerline connects on the extra point.
Right 20. 56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's gone. Now they go screen. It's complete.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him in.
Cut. 180.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with...
Like 20. Go, go, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd, gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Goff on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but... Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more,
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special...
Rodgers now on 1st down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Jaron Reed providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On play action, it's Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers over the middle, and it's incomplete. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football first. And they'll start out on the ground with Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And Adams has it, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
first down. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And again, it's Rodgers. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These players. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent?
Number 50. Hey, you guys over here. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 39 yards there, a big one. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
61, match box, white.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's taken down inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But it'll be 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Rodgers throwing again. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. William Hayes able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Returnable for Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will... On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the tight end and complete. It's Sternberger over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down inside the red zone, past the Seattle 15. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Rodgers to throw once more. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Rodgers again now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. William Hayes bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Moore able to put this one through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. Rodgers now on 1st down. Jones has it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard there to make the grab. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on. Rodgers to throw. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now Rodgers. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Rodgers now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, can't we? Go back to 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a second down. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that will be incomplete. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game.
Coach, you're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Houston Texans. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
False start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to us.
After the interception, here's Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes left side, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
We got this.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. To try again after the sack. Watson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in.
Do it, baby. Reset. 19. Check, check. Watch it before. Watch it before. Check, 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 check.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
25 yards that time. Watson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Going to throw again. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Watson off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're on the board now. It's 50.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. And I'm going.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. From the 22, Watson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Set, 19. Check 56. You must be dreaming.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Watson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. L.J. Collier in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Watson off play action. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, you just...
Set, 19.
Watson now off the play fake. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Watson on target here to Fuller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
13-yard game brings up third.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I got you.
Second and 5 now. Watson, screenplay, Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jaron Reed getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson caught left side, Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's John Simon with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Watson looks to throw again. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To the air yet again, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Again, it's Watson, and he connects with Ebron. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
50 set. 19. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. 55. What you got, Heavy?
Operating from the gun. Watson looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They run. It's Johnson. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Let's go, let's go.
So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.